The big story at 5:30 as the war continues in Israel. The efforts to bring Americans home are still ramping up. A second rescue flight carrying 47 U.S. citizens landed in Tampa this morning. Meanwhile, in Brevard County, a family is back at home today after they were trapped in Israel for over a week. The Newmans had been living in Israel for over a year when the Hamas terror attacks took place.
They tried to book flights as soon as that war broke out, but they ended up stranded until volunteers raced to the rescue. Fox 35's Esther Bauer is live in Melbourne right now. So, Esther, nearly 300 Floridians have been rescued so far.
Yes, and that number just keeps growing. The Newmans landed safely on Sunday, and like we just shared, another flight also landed in Tampa safely this morning. The nonprofit Project Dynamo is now working with state leaders to bring stranded Floridians back home from the war zone.
And all the time we were praying, we said, we need to get out of here. So, because we were trapped. We were trapped.
Trapped in a war zone, Ron and Linda Newman were living in Rehovot when terrorists moved in.
To know an enemy is entering into your coast, snatching people and children out of their homes, killing them, throwing them in ditches or whatever they're doing. You know, we see it on movies.
Ron took this video from their balcony when sirens started ringing, meaning bombs were nearby.
And I'm thinking, well, I just might get to meet the Lord today.
They tried to book private flights, but both were canceled until Ron got a call Project Dynamo would get them back to Florida.
I can't explain the feeling it was to get home, you know, to get out of there and get home.
The nonprofit is run by veterans and steps in when the government can't. To date, the organization says they've saved over 6,000 Americans from war-torn countries, and getting people like the Newmans out of Israel is a top priority right now.
But Project Dynamo came through at the last minute. They cared.
Governor Ron DeSantis met the Newmans when they landed on Sunday, and the state is partnering with the organization to bring Americans home and send critical supplies to Israel.
Pray for this war to stop, pray for the protection of the Jewish people, and pray for Project Dynamo and anything like it.
And the Newmans say they have several Israeli friends who will not be able to evacuate, so they are constantly keeping up with new developments in this war. Now, Ron also lost his grandmother in the Holocaust and was a Vietnam War vet. Coming up tonight at 6, he speaks with us about how this new war is bringing back memories from his past. Reporting live in Melbourne, Esther Bauer, Fox 35 News.